Today on VOX, with information on Cicely Tyson and more. Ben Dudash will have your local weather, and Knoxhampton will have your sports.
It's Friday, January 29th, 2021, and you are watching VOX News Today.
Good afternoon and welcome back. I'm Jay Standridge.
And I'm Serena Shelton.
While swimming in a lake in Lake Placid in Queensland, a 44-year-old man was attacked by a saltwater crocodile. He says the crocodile bit his head, but he then put his hands in the creature's mouth to try and pry his jaws open. In the process of doing this, the crocodile's jaws snapped closed on his forefinger. He was then taken to Cairns Hospital, where he is now in stable condition.
Actress Cicely Tyson, best known for portraying strong African-American characters, has died at age 96. No cause of death has been released to the public. She won 2 Emmys for her performance in the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. She was also presented the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2016 by the then U.S. President Barack Obama. He has said she, in quote, shaped the course of history, end quote.
Police in Fultondale, Alabama say that 3 people from Chattanooga will face charges of looting a home damaged by this week's tornado. Police say the incident happened Wednesday in broad daylight while they were pretending to help storm survivors. The 3 people arrested are facing third-degree burglary charges.
A lawsuit in the federal court claims a Cleveland middle school student was repeatedly sexually assaulted by another student and claims her parents weren't made aware of the situation until they were contacted by the Department of Children's Services. The lawsuit is asking for $10 million in damages.
The city of Dalton and Whitfield County will be opening a satellite drive-through COVID-19 vaccination site on Wednesday, February 3rd and Thursday, February 4th. Vaccinations will be made by appointments only for those ages 65 and older, first responders, and healthcare workers. This vaccine comes at no charge.
A lawsuit filed in federal court claims a Cleveland middle school student was sexually assaulted by another student on several occasions. Apparently, the parents weren't made aware of the situation until DCS contacted them. The victim is known as a Jane Doe, and the assailant also remains anonymous because of their age. The lawsuit is asking for $10 million in damages and a jury trial.
2 Arizona inmates who escaped from prison around 5 days ago were captured in Cottonfield in a nearby town Thursday morning, officials said. John Chaparrot, 49, convicted of child molestation and sexual abuse and sentenced to 35 years, and David Harmon, 61, sentenced to 100 years on kidnapping and second-degree burglary charges, were captured in Coolidge, according to the authorities. Dudash with your weather report.
I'll have your weather and more right after this break.
One thing to love about the Tennessee Valley is Bradley Central Show Choir, Vocal Motion. The other thing to love is the local Geico office on Lee Highway.
You could save a lot. Oh, you could save a lot. Oh, you could save a lot. But how do you know? Unless you call 894-2600.
Got a car? Got a boat? Got a home?
Get a quote.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a look at our weather at a glance. Today is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 46 and a low of 29. So that's all for that. Let's go over to our 7-day weather forecast. Saturday is going to be cloudy skies with a high of 49 and a low of 41. Sunday, those clouds should be turning into rain with a high of 61 and a low of 35. Monday, that rain should be turning into snow during AM standard times with a high of 38 and a low of 29. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 46 and a low of 25. Those partly cloudy skies are staying on Wednesday with a high of 51 and a low of 38. Thursday, those partly cloudy skies should be turning right back into showers during PM standard time with a high of 59 and a low of 48. Let's take a look at our local radar. We're all in the clear for the time being, so let's take a look at our national radar. Those storms near the east area have cleared up near New York and Boston, but San Francisco and San Diego are still getting hit near that area, and there's still some ice storms near Idaho and Utah and Denver. But everywhere else, we're all in the clear. That's all for weather. Now I'll send it over to Knox with your sports.
Alrighty, sports fans. We have some news about an NFL trade happening, but we'll have that and more right after this.
In 1933, Ray Jackson founded Jackson Furniture in the midst of the Great Depression. We opened our doors the day the banks closed theirs. Since then, we have continued to create furniture right here in the USA. We have seen decades of American prosperity, challenge, war, and mind-blowing advancements in science and technology. We have never forgotten the way our company and country began, with perseverance, hope, and hard work. Throughout all of those decades of change, one thing remains consistent. Families love to relax together in a room filled with comfortable furniture. That is where we have been and will always be. From being huddled around a radio to being kicked back in front of a giant flat screen.
Alrighty, welcome back. Let's take a look at some scores. The Rockets beat the Trailblazers 104-101. Pistons defeated the Lakers 107-92. Clippers defeated the Heat 109-105, and the Suns beat the Warriors 114-93. Now let's look at some college. Gonzaga defeated San Diego 90-62. Houston defeated Tulane 83-60, and Kansas beat TCU 59-51. Star quarterback Deshaun Watson has requested a trade from the Houston Texans. A person familiar with the move told the Associated Press Houston has a no-trade clause in his 4-year, $156 million contract, so he could have some control over where he might be dealt. Watson, a 3-time Pro Bowler, wasn't just disgruntled about the way Houston went about its coaching search. He was also upset that the owner, Cal McNair, did not take his opinion into account when hiring general manager Nick Cassero, according to reports from ESPN and the NFL Network. We'll have more news right after this break.
Alexa, ask Whirlpool. Hey Google, ask Whirlpool. Ask Whirlpool. Ask Whirlpool.
Care can be a handful. That's why our Whirlpool Smart Range helps you care smarter with voice control.
Hey Google, ask Whirlpool to turn off the oven.
Set oven timer for 5 hours. Keep warm. Alexa, ask Whirlpool to preheat the oven to 350.
So life doesn't revolve around your range. Everyday care. Whirlpool.
It's been a month since a bomb went off North 2nd Avenue on Christmas Day. Nathan Miller from Guidance Center joined News 2 via phone to discuss the resources available to anyone impacted who needs them. He says folks may have the symptoms months or years later, not necessarily right now. Loud noises may be a trigger for people such as fireworks.
One person had to be rescued on Sunday after a high fall at Lookout Mountain in Chattanooga. The Chattanooga-Hamilton County Rescue Service was called to help the National Park Service and the Lookout Mountain Fire Department with search and rescue efforts. Rescue crew says the hiker did suffer injuries, but their condition is unknown as of Monday morning.
A crash involving an overturned tractor trailer has closed westbound lanes of Interstate 24 in Cheatham County. The crash was reported around 5:50 a.m. Monday at mile marker 30 near New Hope Road. The cause of the wreck is unclear, but westbound traffic is being diverted into alternate routes, and the crash isn't expected to clear until 10 a.m.
Fire crews are on scene at a house fire in the Inglewood neighborhood. National Fire Department responded to the 1400 block of Lytton Avenue around 6 p.m. upon arrival. They saw heavy flames coming from the house. Residents were already out of the building. Crews put out the fire. No injuries have been reported. The Red Cross is assisting the displaced residents.
A local mattress store had a confused visitor Wednesday evening. Video sent by Noah Burkham, the owner of the mattress by appointment in Johnson City, shows a deer crashing through a window and entering the store. As of Thursday, the glass has been cleaned up, and Burkham said the insurance was covering the cost of replacing the mattresses that were damaged. We are online on YouTube at BCHS VOX News. You can check us out on Facebook and, of course, at voxnews.net.
Remind your friends and family to tune in. You just can't get enough of Vox.
That's all we have for today, Bradley Central.
And as always,
God bless and go Bears.